Greetings and various assorted salutations. This is a tutorial that has been requested, and I've kind of expedited its creation. And the goal of this tutorial is to show people how to organize their email inbox. This was created because a lot of students are complaining that they are getting flooded with emails, and so the purpose of this activity is to bring order into the chaos and make your email inbox a bit easier to sort. It's not going to reduce the number of emails you have, but it's going to make it easier to skim through quickly and figure out where everything is and where it all goes. So, first off, the way to organize your inbox is through folders and rules. I'm going to show you how to kind of create a rule. This is assuming that you're using the browser version. I'm using Google Chrome right now and accessing your Outlook inbox from there. So, first off, you need emails. You should have plenty of them to work with. But what you're going to be doing is you need emails, and what you're going to do is you're going to figure out, okay, how do I want to sort my inbox? Students, your best bet will probably be to sort your inbox by your teachers. That's probably the easiest way to do that. I have a different organization system because I'm a teacher and I get all kinds of emails. But you need to figure out how you want to organize things. So what you need to do is you have to essentially create rules. And so you've got these options here. None of these are important. But what you're going to do is go to Advanced Actions and click Create Rule. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to move it into a folder if you want. You can either create a new folder if you've never created one before, or move it to a different folder. But we're going to need some more options here. So, when setting up these rules, it can get a bit complicated. My recommendation is to keep it as simple as possible. So, first off, what you're going to do is you're going to name your rule. I recommend keeping your names as simple as possible so that when you look at your rules, or when you have to go through and change them, you know exactly which rule is which. So I'm going to just call this one sample rule. And what you need to do is add a condition. If you're getting an email from like a teacher, and you get a lot of emails from teachers, you're going to want to set it to like from certain people. And then you punch in the email address that you're trying to put in, and you can actually add multiple conditions. I will warn you, however, the more complicated you make the rule, the less likely it is to work unless you know what you're doing. But other ways you can create rules is if you're the only recipient. This one's a tricky one. If your people use very exact subject lines, you can use the subject line trick. Or if there's it's a standard automatic message, you can actually use parts of that, and you can copy and paste whatever those are into here. But you have all kinds of rule options. I recommend keeping it simple for now and sorting your emails by teachers into the correct slots. And so then you would plug in your teacher's email address here, like I will do so now. So I've got that rule in there. And then now you need to select an action. And generally what you'll want to do is move to. I use folders. You can also kind of mark things with importance, things like that. The thing with rules is they can be as complicated as you want them to be, but keep them simple for now until you really understand how this system works. But what I recommend doing is creating a move to folder, and you can select a folder. If you've never made folders before, you may have to create a new folder. And so what you do is you hit move new folder, or you can click move to a different folder and get all the folders. But let's create a new folder, and let's call this sample rule folder. Okay? Oh, and of course I messed that up. There we go. You can also add other actions to it as well. You can mark it with importance. You can add other things. You can actually copy it to multiple folders. I don't recommend doing that. I did that once. It was a dumb idea. And then checking this stop processing rules, more rules, means that it won't run it through other rules. You want this on here. And then what you want to do is hit run rule now. And what this will do is it'll grab all the emails that match the condition you gave and put them into the folder you assigned them into. But let's run it now. This rule may not work because I'm literally... And so after you create the rule, you have a list of all the rules you've created, and you can create new rules. You can also delete old rules, and you can edit them with the pencil here. So for students, the ways you could organize your inbox is you could sort your teachers' emails because they're going to be sending them through their school emails. You could sort them that way. Things like that. And kind of the idea behind these rules is it gives you a way of rapidly sorting everything into files, into folders. So that you're like, okay, I want to think about U.S. History 3 right now, and you can just jump to all the emails on U.S. History 3. Or I need to look at civics, and so I can jump to that teacher's email. That's how I create the rules. I use them based on the sender because one of the problems you're going to run into is not a lot of teachers, not a lot of people in general use standardized automated messages to organize their emails. I would like to think I do, but I don't do it quite as often as I should. And so that's why I base rules based on who's sending them to me. So like there's several teachers I collaborate with for U.S. History 2. Any emails that they dare send me get sent into a folder. Or like what's another fun rule I have? Announcements from regarding like medical information or things like that. I have a rule for that. I have a rule for sorting technology issues from contacts from IT, things like that. And so there's a lot of different ways to create your folders and organize your information. I'm going to delete this rule because it's not a rule I want to run. But you can see some of the examples that I have here. I'm getting emails from Zoom meetings. I have all them shunt into another folder. The I joined your Zoom gets folded into another one. I get file shares from students. That goes into another folder. All staff, things like that. But I really hope this tutorial helps. And students, if you have questions about how this process works, or you need help setting up your rules, we could use a Zoom meeting, and I could walk you through the actual process. But it's a very useful tool. In any case, I do hope this helps, and until later.